Hey, boo-boo, get your finger out of my ass. But Yogi, it's not my finger.
That aside, the anime movie First Squad, The Moment of Truth, World War II art house film, a little over an hour. It's actually in Russian, which is very, very interesting. Let's have a look at it.
So, and yes, we've got a Russian hat. This anime is based in around 1941-1942 Russian front during the German Nazi invasion, and this is near the point where the tide of the war is going to turn. The Germans start to fail, and there's a push around the Battle of Stalingrad. Now, on the Russian side, there's this young girl, and she's psychic and got these very mysterious powers. And the story's constantly going backwards and forwards, and she sustains an attack from the Nazis and is captured by the Russians and confronted by an officer who tries to help her out and saves the country. Meanwhile, in Nazi Germany, they're resurrecting ghosts of these Templar Knights that has a grudge against Russia where they've lost and died. So they're going to resurrect these dead ghost knights that will be immortal and gallop through the battlefield and kill all these Russians. But this girl is, through science and magic, sent back to hell to find the first squad of the Red Army. And these guys are very legendary elite warriors that did perish against the Nazis and brought back to life. The weirdest thing is that in hell they acquire Japanese weaponry which are very inferior, and she handles a katana. Historically and politically, Russia and Japan did not like each other, so this takes some serious fucking balls to make this anime, and I can understand why it's so rare, hard to get, and a flop it is. Fantastic. So they crawl out of the depths of hell, and they meet in this battlefield that she foresees in her mind, or sees the future of this guy raising a pistol, getting his head chopped off by a Templar. Eventually both sides are resurrected, and they meet on the snowy battlefield and duel and fight with the Templars. And when they're all done and dusted and cleaned up, time resets itself and the normal battle and war occurs like it did in history. Now the interesting part is, like a documentary, you have actual experts, historians and people who are veterans of the war talking on a very basic background, actually real footage like a documentary, and they're talking about their experience that the Nazis did play with the occult and what the Russians were doing. And in between this documentary style talking, then they really go out in their imagination and show that the Russians were playing in the same game. Now there's no evidence that any of this occurred, but being an art house, World War II, with really, really nice detail, great drawing, great action, subtitled no matter what because it is in Russian, so if you follow Japanese, English, you're kind of fucked there. Fantastic, but very, very hard to find, download or purchase. I do remember seeing a fairly expensive copy on eBay for around $20 something. I suspect it is a bootleg, but I think this is a must-have for any history buffs, World War II fans, or who love the action war genre within anime. Peace the fuck out, and hope you love the hat.